guys, I'm sorry, I have some issues with my audio. Okay, so let's start. Bitcoin, we are going to talk about Bitcoin, of course. Right now we have Bitcoin testing the 55 and 1 the chart. I think, I mean, it's very simple. I think it's going to break. It's going to break to the downside. I don't see any signals I don't see something like to say, oh, it's going to bounce. Potentially, maybe yes. Usually it's like this, right? Every time when I see the 55 tested, it's like this, but this time right now here, as you can see here, the slope of curve actually is very far away. I mean, like the slope is not good actually. We don't have volume like before, and also if we see the 12-hour chart, we don't have well, potentially you can say we have a bullish appearance forming here, but ADX is positive here, so I am very defensive. Honestly, I am very defensive. So technically speaking, it should be like this to the upside, yes, but at least not today. Sorry, at least not today. So the thing here is like, of course, no shorts here, no shorts, right? This place actually, you are looking for something is longs, right? So no shorts here. The short was around 3K that was a short. Technically speaking, as said before, yes, we can expect a bounce here, yes, but the problem right now is actually, well, I don't know in your country, but here is Wednesday, so we're in the middle of the week. So if, for example, right now is Friday or Saturday, I will say, you know what, it's gonna be sideways, and after that we see a bounce. But no, actually, it's not like that. No sound. A bounce here. Okay, good. So as you can see here right now, we have the FIDE chart here. We have the FIDE chart. We have this better appearance, as you can see here. ADX finally is negative here, so the target is gonna be, technically speaking, is around $27,000, around this area. And from here, potentially, I'm expecting a bounce, yes, but with this better appearance and following the statistics of probabilities, right? Well, we can expect a major downside. Right now, as before, I am not bullish like before. Maybe 6 months I was bullish, not anymore. I am defensive. That is that is the how is actually I am looking right now the chart. I am defensive. I'm still thinking actually the bottom is already in, but if any close below 20K, I said a long time ago, game over, and you will see Bitcoin at 10K. Now it's too soon to say it. I think we have to see Bitcoin holding 25K, and that is the last hope for bulls in macro timeframes. Technically speaking, something I would like to see is Bitcoin just in sideways for many months, doing something like this without breaking 25K. Something like we saw in 2020 when Bitcoin was just in sideways, holding the 55 for May, like for 4 or 5 months. We have this setup here, something like this. Yes, I will be bullish, looking for the next major leg up. Now, one thing I can tell you right now here is a big move is coming. A big, massive move is coming. Weekly chart, as you can see, weekly chart is contracted here. Find the chart. Weekly chart is contracted as well. ADX finally is negative here. So officially, we are gonna have a sell signal, official sell signal this weekend. So the first target is gonna be $27,000. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 26, 25K. So and as long as this level is holding this box, I'm still bullish, looking for just maybe a bounce here. But as I said before, any close below here, weekly levels, for example, I wouldn't be surprised. I have to tell you this, right? With this volatility here and the better variance I see in higher time frames, call me crazy right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like 2020. Like Corona crash, something like that. It's similar setups. The last time when I saw this is in 2020, 2019. Here, I remember very good here. In this case, actually, I was in short, around 10K. But I was not. I mean, I have to be very honest with here. I was not expecting this crash. I mean, like so deep to 4K, something like that. I was expecting maybe a major drop in this time to maybe 7,000, 6,500. Um, I was sleeping and just I wake up and say, oh, okay, very happy, right? Bitcoin at 4K, good. Let's buy more. So I closed my short and I bought in the spot. The thing here is like, the setup is looking like this. Why? Because volatility is contracting right now. As you can see here, we have this contraction here. We have sell signal here, contraction here. We have the sell signal here in weekly basis, and also we compare here. Look at this. We have volatility contraction here, sell signal as well, and after that, major crash. So if we see something like this, we have bearish variance, volatility contraction here. Well, technically speaking, we can expect at least 40-50%. Now, if we just study the chart here, and as I said like 2 days ago, every time in fight the chart, why fight the chart? Because fight the chart, actually, we have here various variance, but the thing here is like every time when we have this sell signal here in 2018, sell signal here in 2019, sell signal here in 2020, sell signal here in 2020 as well, and here we have a second one here, and here we have another sell signal here, and here we have, well, actually this is better variance, we can say around here, and after that we have a new sell signal around here, ADX negative here. So it's forming a new sell signal here. If you realize, please study the pattern, right? Study the chart. Well, how many times Bitcoin actually crash after the signal? 1, right? 2, right? 3, here sideways. 2 signals, they are fake signals. 4, 5, 6. Why 6? Because as you will see, yes, actually from $30,000 to 24 or something like that, and now it's coming here. So how many signals we have right now here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So from almost 10 signals, just 2 they were fake signals. 2 were fake signals. Okay, so here only 2. So we use maths, right? Around 80% of probabilities Bitcoin will have what, a 50-40% correction based on this technical analysis, right? It's very simple, right? Simple maths. So the average drop for Bitcoin in 5-day chart after 3 months, yes, after we have the signal, technically speaking, we are gonna have signal actually this week. So is, for example, from here to here, curve around 60%. From here to here, 60 curve, yes, around 50%. From this point and this point, we have 50% as well. And from this point and this point, around 45%. So between 45 and 50%. So if we apply the same principle here, well, get ready, because if 30K actually was a top, and if we see something like that, right? Well, we are gonna see double bottom, 17K. But if we see this number, my friend, this year, 17K will not hold anymore. 17K is not a support. A 20K actually was a support, and you will see 10K. The question here is like, okay, is probable? Yes. Is a very strong setup? Right now, yes. Right now, 6 months, no. 6 months ago, no. And remember what I said? No, I'm bullish. Bullish variance to the upside, right? I said 6 months ago, I said this is like this, right? Okay, yeah. If you were in the investment channel, very happy, right? Happy profits, very good. Now I'm telling you, well, get ready, because now we had a bullish variance here. As you can see, 100% up, right? Perfect. Now we have a bearish variance here, the opposite, right? Yeah, it's a top. Now, according to the technical analysis right now, in average is around 45-50%, 45 and 50%. So if we see this drop, well, maybe I'm gonna be wrong in this technical analysis, like maybe the bottom is not already in, and maybe we will see potentially around 10K. Now, the question is, there is a very good chance, yeah, actually now they are high. The probabilities are very high right now. My major concern right now here is the monthly, because if we see this drop, my friend, we are gonna have the first bull trap in the monthly in the history of Bitcoin. That is something I am saying too much. Okay, this is not technical analysis. Okay, let me put a line here. What I'm going to say right now is not technical analysis. I'm gonna just see my crystal ball. You know, I am Doctor Strange, and I'm gonna say something. You know, Bitcoin to 1 million. Okay, so the thing here is like, sorry. The thing here, historically speaking, we never had a bull trap in the monthly. Never, right? Never. Actually, every time when we have this buy signal, very powerful signals, right? But we have this buy signal right now here, and the performance is terrible. 100% up, right? Actually, we are very strict with the signal, very strict with the signal. Every time when we have the confirmation, we have the first time we have here, well, a lot, right? It's a lot, right? The second time here, we have from this point around here, we have around 200% up. And from here, oh, sorry, no, it's from this point and this point, the top is around 1,500. And from here to this point, yeah, from here, yes, from here it's around $23,000 to here is just 50%. So the thing here is like, if we are very strict with the signal here, the performance of Bitcoin is terrible right now, right? So I am still bullish, yes. Why? Because remember, I am a technical trader, so I don't follow news. I don't care the news. I don't care the fee. I don't care the Fed. I don't care the inflation, whatever. I really don't care. So the thing here is like, if we see in the next close, I think that is gonna happen next close. I mean, maybe in 4 or 5 days. This is very important. Listen, this is gonna be very important. If we see the sell line testing here, in the next candle, the next tick is there, is testing here, the sell line here, and Bitcoin is not above 30K. Like, actually, I don't think it's gonna be above 30K. I am gonna start calling a potential bull trap in the monthly. So this year is gonna be fantastic. You know why? Because we are gonna have a very good chance to buy Bitcoin very cheap, even cheaper than 20. So yeah, but in the long term, it's gonna be a major. It's gonna be very concerning. Why? Because if we see that, for example, imagine, right? Please use your imagination. If we see this line testing here, that is telling me there is not enough time for Bitcoin to keep pumping here. So it's gonna break the MA55 here. It's gonna test the MA100 here, and the best scenario for bulls is double bottom. That is the best hope for bulls. But if this double bottom fails and breaks, Bitcoin officially is going to enter in a monthly bear market. Okay. So remember what I said before. 6 months ago, I said, hey, I'm bullish, looking for more upside. Okay, perfect, good. Now I'm telling you right now here that right now is the time to be careful. Okay. But Bitcoin will hit $1 million. I saw one guy with 200,000 followers. He said, as expected, he's in long position and he's gonna close at 50 or 500K, something like that. Good luck with that, yes. That kind of guys, all that kind of guys is because they were so lucky. They bought Bitcoin in 2014, 15, 16, whatever here. And well, now they can gamble, right? So that's the point. Right now here, at this point, I think Bitcoin is not doing very well. Now, let me show you the next chart, 3-day chart, bi-weekly chart. Bi-weekly chart, be careful with this signal. We have a sell signal forming with volatility contracted here, and volume is totally garbage. As you can see here, volume is garbage here for Bitcoin in bi-weekly here. So technically speaking, Bitcoin is testing the sell line here in OBB, as you can see here. Bitcoin, technically speaking, is still in a bear market in volume, right? In volume. So as you can see here, Bitcoin, after Bitcoin broke the zero line here in OBB, what happened after that? Bitcoin crashed around 60%. So now it's testing here Bitcoin the zero line again. It could be a double bottom. Yes, it could be, because it's this point and this point. Yeah. If you're bullish, yeah, and double bottom, all in. Okay, yeah, maybe yes. The problem with this is like, well, we have curve telling me right now, with ADX negative here, the slope is negative, and plus curve is showing me right now a sell signal. Well, let's repeat the same exercise. What happened? Historically speaking, every time we have a bi-weekly sell signal, we have less, right? So Less signals, more powerful, right? So you tell me what happened after that. Bitcoin went to zero, right? Zero, zero. And here, my friend, to the moon, right? 1 million. That is going to be the target, right? I know that is your technical analysis, no? You see? So I strongly suggest you, remember, I am a financial advisor, just I'm a simple guy, just trading every day, like you. But be careful. Be careful because this is not a bull market. Bitcoin, the best scenario for Bitcoin right now, the next 6 months is to enter in sideways here, consolidating here above $27,000-$28,000. No more, not less than that. Because if we see Bitcoin breaking this key level, actually bi-weekly chart is super clean, very, very clean, below $25,000. Any close below $25,000, you will see something like the Corona crash, something like this. Something like this. You know what? It's very interesting because in 2019, 2021, I called major crashes, right? Like Bitcoin, right now in 2021. And usually people call me crazy. And that's why I am very happy because right now, 2 years ago, I started this project, this small project. It's my hobby, this channel. And I'm very happy, very happy. Hopefully, let's see if I can see you, all of you guys, next year. Also, one more year, right? So my goal is 1,000 subscribers this year, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna reach the target because I cannot post I don't know, like videos doing memes or showing, I don't know, saying Bitcoin will hit 1 million or whatever. I don't know. The thing is, like, my technical analysis is, I am trying to be very realistic, and usually people, they don't like reality. That is the problem, right? They want, oh, you know what? I want to hear, like, I'm gonna become millionaire tomorrow, so let's buy. That is not something realistic. I mean, it's possible, yes, but based on the probabilities, it's like winning the lottery, right? So, well, never mind. So the thing here is, like, bi-weekly chart here, volatility contraction, ADX negative, with sell signal in progress or forming right now, breaking 25k, game over, and you will see the average draw for Bitcoin will be, well, let me show you here from this point and this point. Yes, around here is 66% from this point and this point. Yes, around here 65%, and from this point to this point is around 60%. So bi-weekly chart is telling me the average draw for Bitcoin could be around 60%. So if we see 30k to 60%, around double bottom, well, 12k actually, 12k. So don't get me wrong. One thing is what I believe, right? I still believe, right? Believe like, but the bottom is already in, because we have still the monthly with buy signal. Okay, that projection is gonna change potentially next month in August if we see the seller line tested here, and Bitcoin is not above 30k. If we don't see that setup right now, we have to see Bitcoin pumping right now, today, tomorrow. Yeah, right now. Because if we don't see it, Bitcoin is just wasting time. It's just wasting time. And bye-bye. Okay? So we have to be careful here. Manage your risk. Remember, risk management is the most. It doesn't matter how much. I mean, you could have a system like you can actually take more losses than wins, but if your losses are very small and your wins are bigger, you will make some profits. So the thing is, like, it's not how much profit you have in your trading account, is how big your losses are. If your losses are very small, you are doing very well, even if you are not making profits. Okay, so it's just about time. Manage your risk, focus on your risk, instead of just trying to focus or thinking, oh, I want to make 50k, 20k, whatever, right? I think it's better, like, every time when I place a trade, like, instead of thinking like, I'm gonna make this, I think, you know what, in this trade potentially I could lose, I don't know, 500, 1,000, whatever. But it's better for me to start thinking, like, trying to manage my risk, instead of thinking like, oh, to the moon, 1 million. No. Because it's not realistic. It's possible, but not realistic. So right now here, no shorts. If we see a bounce, if we see this bounce, if we see it, it's gonna be a sell. Okay, it's gonna be a sell. I think this bounce is gonna be potentially, there is a very good chance it's gonna be a bull trap. So careful with Bitcoin right now. I think the market is not very healthy right now. 6 months, Bitcoin is just in sideways. It's good, yes, but we have to see clear signals. The last thing is like when I'm gonna be bullish again for Bitcoin is very simple. When I see the seller line here crossing here, crossing here, and if I see here the potential buy signal maybe in November, December, maybe there potentially I will be bullish again as long as Bitcoin is above 50k. Okay, but right now the odds are to the downside. Okay, so let's continue with Bitcoin dominance. Let's see Bitcoin dominance here. Bitcoin dominance. Let's see here what is doing Bitcoin dominance. Let me show you here. Okay, it's not perfect. It didn't test the ME55. Potentially, maybe yes, the test is around 50%, 54. The problem right now here, like, my God, it's very hard to say this, but I was calling the alt season. Actually, I was right. I mean, like 50% right, because many altcoins actually they have a very good run in this pullback here in Bitcoin dominance. But 1 month ago, Bitcoin was not that bad. The problem right now with altcoins is because Bitcoin is very bad right now. Technically speaking, it's not good. At least it's not ready. It doesn't matter if you have a very good set of your altcoins. For example, I call the top 4 Litecoin. I said 120 something like that, 120 something, and no more than that. So around 115. Okay, I failed for $5. Okay, the thing here is that no, thank you, no, thank you. This is not no. Why? Because we have a better experience in weekly chart, and this is not gonna drop. No, this is not gonna pump anymore, as you can see here. So now you can see it, and this thing, careful here, because this thing is gonna just crash, and you will see again maybe $60. So you are holding Litecoin. Good luck with that. So let's talk about, for example, DOT. DOT performance is terrible here. The weekly chart is still there. I was holding DOT around $5, something like that, 4.80, something like that, and I closed around 5.80, 70, something. Technically speaking, is the strongest support, yes, but the problem here right now is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not very healthy, so be careful with Bitcoin, especially you are holding XRP or Ethereum Classic or something like that, because yes, they had a very good run, but I think the risk for XRP and other altcoins is very, very, very high. So in my case, I am very happy. Just I'm out of the markets, just looking for, just watching Netflix. I think that's it. There's nothing I'm doing here. Oh, it's bullish, you know. It's no. This is not bullish. This is just a pump and dump again. The reason is simple. Look at this chart. I mean, this chart is just in sideways for many years. And look at this monthly. Monthly is testing the center line here. Technically speaking, it's bullish, yes, still, but it's still in sideways. And this thing is, well, testing just resistance. With this rejection here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see 0.50 again. Let me see here the weekly chart here. Weekly chart. We don't have a sell signal right now, not yet, but no, thank you. The next entry point potentially could be 52, 50, 51, something like that. Yes, around here, 0.55 in the chart. We will see potentially a bounce here, but in overall, in weekly basis, no, it's not something I will put I wouldn't risk anything with that. Okay, so let's continue a little bit with Ethereum Classic, because I think Ethereum Classic is something. No, sorry, Bitcoin Cash. Someone asked me about Bitcoin Cash. Congratulations, you are making some profits with Bitcoin Cash. Especially some guys I know. Actually, I didn't buy Bitcoin Cash, but actually they asked me. You know what? I mean, I didn't say. I think I say this like. I didn't say. I think I said this a couple of times, but sometimes I got some private like requests, like private technical analysis. So some guys they asked me. Actually, I asked for the permission like to talk about this. Yes, some of them they asked me for a private a technical analysis, and one of them was Bitcoin Cash. And in that time was a 120 something like that. And I said, you know what? I am in my case, if I have to buy this thing, I will actually start looking for maybe 250, something like that, because that chart was like that, right? So Bitcoin Cash, let me see. Bitcoin. Okay, here. Okay, good. So let me show you here in the weekly basis when Bitcoin Cash was here, and I said, hey, you know what? Technically speaking, around 250 is gonna be the area I will start looking for selling, and well, as you can see, well, it was very good, perfect, good. And why I said this is because OBB was holding support here, buying signal here, ADX positive here, and 130 around something like that. Very good setup here to see maybe a pump and what and dump, right? This is a pump and dump. The thing here is like, if you're thinking to buy this thing right now here, no, thank you. It's not me. Don't ask me, because no, that is something I will never do. No, thanks. Okay, so let's continue now with the Nasdaq and the stock market. Okay, so let me see the comments. Beppo, yes. Thank you. Oh, no. Thank you for your support. Without you, I wouldn't be here, honestly. Trading is a very lonely thing, you know. It's very good to talk about this kind of thing sometimes. In my normal life, I don't talk about this. People call me crazy if I talk about Bitcoin and privacy stuff and trading, you know. But okay. So let's start. Okay, Baba. Okay, Baba, weekly chart, right? Okay, let's talk about Baba. Let's see. Okay, good. It's an accumulation. Okay. Let me explain here. Technically speaking, it's still bullish here, but it's just in the center line here, and this thing is not pumping. You have two options. Okay, technically speaking, it's still to the upside in weekly basis. Technically speaking, and honestly, for me, it's looking like accumulation for me, right? It's looking for me like accumulation. So it's not moving. It's still there, right? Volatility contraction, ADX positive here. If in the next 2-3 weeks you don't see this thing moving up, pumping, I think it's a time to just get out. Why? Because, well, if all this time here, right since May, with a buy signal didn't move, well, with a sell signal, at least it's gonna stay there. It's not gonna move anywhere. So that's why I will be careful in weekly basis. So now, in 1-day chart, okay, let's talk about 1-day chart here. 1-day chart, we have a ADX positive here, where we have a potential sell signal here forming here. You are playing here ping pong, my friend. Ping pong. This is ping pong here, sideways here. You are playing sideways here. Of course, this is a short setup here, and this is the bottom right of the range. You're playing us here this ping pong. There is there is nothing I can say here, right? So sell signal here, ADX positive here, just sideways. I would say here, just sideways here. And of course, weekly chart is still to the upside, but you don't see this asset moving in the next couple of weeks. I think it's not gonna move in long time. Not crashing, I think. Maybe just not gonna move. Okay, so let's continue. Nasdaq. Okay, let's continue with the Nasdaq here. Nasdaq. Okay, so the Nasdaq here is still better variance here. It's still bullish here. Yes, follow the trend. The trend you're finding on the chart. You see a pullback to the upside. As you can see here, every time when it says in the MA21, it's very strong, the trend. When you see the MA21 testing like this, it's very strong. So any close, as long as it's closing above the MA21, I am looking for continuation. But with the setup here right now, of course, I will be very, very careful. If you want to be very strict with my system of trading, wait for the signal, right? Wait for all of this, right? And when you see the signal again here, very close to the MA55, yes, you can start looking for continuation, right? But right now, even with better variance, no shorts. I know you want a short, right? But no. Let's see the weekly chart for this thing. No, it's still bullish. Of course, we will see a pullback soon, but it will take months. Okay, so let's continue. SP 500. Okay, and this week. So this week, that means this week 1-day chart. Okay, so let's continue here. SP 500. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, so in 1-day chart here, this thing, same thing. We have a better variance here, but the trend is your friend. As you can see here, is holding the MA21. So if you see a drop here and testing the mid-21, follow the trend, and the trend is your friend, and maybe the setup here for here is maybe 4-hour chart. So, but I will be very careful here because, as I said before, we have a better variance here. So every time when I see better variance forming, I don't trade. I mean, I don't enter in short. I don't like to enter in short. Well, actually, sometimes yes, I do it. It's actually the only. Sometimes is the actually no, many times. It's one of my rules. It's like when I see a better variance, I like to open a short position. But even with better variance, sometimes, well, I take losses. So in this case, I wouldn't take any short position. Why? Because as you can see here, it's very strong. It's testing the mid-21 and it's just trending. So I think it's not smart shorting. The best thing to do is just wait for the pullback around the mid-21 and continue with long positions. And just be careful because you have here a better variance and eventually it's going to play. Okay, so let's continue with NVIDIA. Okay, good. NVIDIA, let me see. NVIDIA. Okay, good. So let me see here one day chart. One day chart here, we have a better variance forming here. We have here the better volatility contraction. We don't have volume here. Yes, I think this thing is risky. It's risky, yes. It's risky, but this setup, I really like it for actually potential short. Why? Because we have here from this point and this point and this point and this point, when we have OBB and also we have curve in the same page, well, the projection is gonna be like this, right? Like this, looking for the MI55 around 400 is risky, yes, but for me it makes sense. I mean, I will start looking for me a potential short here. The trigger for me will be breaking the MI21 around 436. Breaking this level, yes, it will be something like this. Let me show you here. Something like this, right? Something like this. Something like this, looking for the MI55 here is something like that. So the stop loss is not very good actually. I think in 4-hour chart I will start looking for maybe another pump a little bit more higher, and I will just put like my stop loss around something like this, right? Looking for a setup like this, and that is gonna be better. But it's risky. Risky why? Because you see weekly chart. Let me show you here. It's still to the upside. I mean, it's still to the upside. Of course, this is looking like eventually it's gonna drop, honestly. But just be careful. Okay, so let's continue. CX, what is that? Chevron Corporation. Okay, let me see. One day chart and weekly. Okay, weekly chart, bullish, and it's like this. That's it. Okay, bullish. One day chart. Too late. I mean, too late. Wait for the pullback and go long. At least in my case, I would do something like that. Wait for the pullback. Now it's too late. Wait for the pullback, maybe in 4-hour chart. In 4-hour chart, and after a continuation. Target around here, around 170. TLT. Remember, I am a financial advisor. Okay, just I'm sharing what I will do here in the situation, right? TLT. What is this? Okay, good. Let's do it. One day chart and weekly. One day chart. Let me see. No. The momentum is to the downside. At least it's around here. Yes, maybe something like this, and potentially a break. It depends on the weekly chart. Let me see. Weekly chart. Okay. One thing is one day chart. One day chart is not good. Okay, that's it. Wait for the buy signal. Weekly chart is like this. Okay, weekly chart is like this. When you see a drop here, for example, 95, 90, 96, whatever, for me, it's going to be a buy opportunity in weekly basis, looking for a bounce, testing the MI55, because that is a buy signal forming here. OBB is holding the volume. Well, it's not the best setup, but actually it's good. It's quite good, at least for a bounce in the long term. Let me see. Okay, let me see here. Okay. No thanks. No. This is something, no, thank you, no, thanks, okay? No, thank you, not here, no, thank you, no, no, with setup, no, it's like this, okay? Short, or, no, well, not, well, you can short you want, but no, thank you. This setup is not good, okay? Don't get me wrong, I am not looking for new lows because volume is actually quite healthy. As you can see here, don't get fooled by by the curve, because curve is gonna tell you this, but use the volume here. The volume broke the previous high of January 2023. So there is a very good chance this thing, my friend, is gonna be consolidation. You will see something like this, right? Sideways here, consolidation, after that continuation. I think the bottom is already in, actually, for this thing, but not there. I mean, wait for the pullback and potentially maybe in the long term start looking for something in weekly basis, right? Now let's talk about the one-day chart. If we know in weekly chart there is a short, I will start looking for shorts in one day chart. Yes, of course. Yes. Yeah. You see, we have better divergence forming here. We have here better divergence forming in one day chart. If I have to trade this, I will go to 4-hour chart in my case, right? I will go to 4-hour chart. I will start looking for a signal. For example, right now, I'm not, yeah, technically speaking, is there, and potentially just holding my position, managing my risk, right? I mean, if you enter in 4-hour chart, you have to adjust your stop loss if you want to trade one day chart, because if you do it in 4-hour chart, it's gonna be too small. So, but yeah, in this case, I would start looking for shorts for this asset. I think that's it, guys. And one thing, thank you for your support, guys. 2 years doing this, yes. Thank you so much for all your support. Seriously, I really appreciate it. I really thank you so much for all your support. And I have some announcements. The first thing is like, well, no, actually, no. Just you please help me to increase the subscribers. I mean, I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So I hope that is very. It's something I would like to reach. I mean, it's not like, oh my god, I want more subscribers. I want to be famous. No. It's just I like 1,000. It's looking good. So let's see. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video, in the next live stream, or see you on Discord. Okay.